A lot has changed in Detroit since 2012. Then the city would soon file for the largest municipal bankruptcy in the history of the United States. But in recent years, Detroit has seen explosive growth in development in the urban core and become a media darling, regularly making lists of the world's must-visit cities. Those general trends track fairly closely with those in Lafayette Park. And it's one reason why the publisher and editors of Thanks for the View, Mr. Mies, decided to release a second edition, which came out in May this year. Because even the most stable neighborhoods aren't impervious to change. The Mr. Mies in the title is, of course, Ludwig Mies van der Rohe, the German-American architect best known for his simple and geometric modern buildings. The book is a people-centric portrait of the neighborhood that he designed in Detroit in the 1950s. Upon its release in 2012, the book created a surprising and positive response in the architecture community. The New York Times featured it in a photo essay and preview ahead of publication, and it sold out its first run of copies. The stir was caused because Lafayette Park was known and loved by Detroiters and the people who lived there, but by few others. Even a Van der Rohe exhibit at the MoMA in New York City misidentified the townhouses. Showcasing this relatively obscure planned neighborhood by a seminal architect was a revelation to many. Also, the book was compiled by 3 graphic designers, Danielle Albert, Lana Kava, and Natasha Chandani, who didn't publish a classic, architecture and history-laden tome. Instead, it features a wide-ranging number of entries, from essays and interviews to photos and snippets. And it was largely focused on the residents, why they lived there, what they liked about it, and what makes it unique. It's hard to explain the book to any publisher because you can't compare it to anything else. There's too many different components, Albert says. Anything where we said that's interesting, put that in, we did. One essay by the writer Marsha Music, perhaps the most central in the book, tracks the development of Lafayette Park, which sits on land that was formerly Black Bottom, a thriving and active center of African American life, and her personal history with housing. She details how she came to love the camaraderie of life in the co-op town homes, the diversity of races and incomes among residents, and the obscurity granted by living in a place surrounded by trees.